Hi everybody, it's Emily here at Thrive Wellness Center. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit today about smoothies, how to make them the right way, and what the perfect smoothie should contain. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into different categories. It makes it much easier that way. So the categories that we're going to break it down into, number one, we're going to start with our protein, our liquid, our like green source, our vegetable source, fruit, a healthy fat, and then we can add a little spruce and spice into it with some superfoods and some extras at the end. So the first thing I always focus on, you want to find a good protein source. So that's usually a protein powder. So something that I'll just recommend, because it is my favorite protein powder for smoothies, are our standard processed protein powders. So they're SP complete, so we have the chocolate one and we have the vanilla one. These are my favorite because they contain more than just protein in them. They have also I'll read the ingredients to you. So they have the protein, they have flax meal, they have calcium, magnesium, they have buckwheat, Brussels sprouts, kale, and then some inositol, which is some B vitamins. They have alfalfa and carrot. So there's a lot of good nutrient dense things in this other than just actual whey protein. They do come in a plain flavor. They come in a dairy-free option. So those are all good sources of protein to add to your smoothie. Any other sort of good source of whey protein is a good idea for your protein source. So also out in our retail area, we have our Primal Kitchen protein. We also have a collagen. So collagen is a nice thing to add to smoothies, but I would add this on top of your whey protein, a different kind of protein. It's going to do different things. So this is really good for your hair, your nails, your skin, your bones, your joints, ligaments, that sort of thing. And the whey protein in particular, the way that your body utilizes it, it's going to be good for healing the body, building things up, that sort of thing. So first, choose a good protein. All right. Then you want to have some sort of liquid to put that in. So I usually start with 1 cup of whatever liquid I'm kind of feeling that day. Honestly, I usually just go with water because it's super easy and it's always there. So a cup of water is nice. If you want to do a milk, I would do an almond milk or a coconut milk, cashew milk, some sort of thing along that lines. I know oat milk is becoming quite popular and it is a good dairy-free option, but it's not my favorite alternative in comparison to nut milks, because nut milks do have a little bit more nutrition to them than oat milks do. If you're gonna do one of those options though, please check the ingredients, check the label to make sure there's nothing extra added to it. So since nut milks are becoming much more popular, they're also adding a lot more ingredients to them, a lot more chemicals, sugars, flavorings, all of that. So you want to go plain and simple as possible, okay? I promise that you don't need the 10 grams of sugar that's in your 1 cup of milk to make your smoothie taste good. We're going to add other things to it to make it have lots of flavor, and if you have a sweet tooth, I have some tips for that too, okay? So find your protein, find your liquid. Then the next thing you want to do is add in some sort of greens. So some green leafy vegetables are great. So whether you want to do a handful or a couple handfuls even of spinach or kale, spirulina, anything like that. Swiss chard is an option, but that can also give it an odd flavor. So it just depends on your taste and what you like. I also wanted to bring up the fact that you can add in, if you're not wanting to put in actual leafy greens, our perfect greens formula would be a good option to put a scoop into that to add the green part to your smoothie. And this also has other things in it, an inflammation blend. It has a liver detox. There's a lot of other things. So it has an antioxidant garden blend. Lots of good stuff in this one. Okay, so liquid, protein, greens. Then we get to the fruit part. So when it comes to fruit, we don't want to overkill it because remember, fruit does contain naturally contains sugar. But I always like to add either half a cup to a cup of frozen fruit in particular. You could do fresh or frozen, but frozen fruit gives your smoothie a little bit more of that cold smoothie-like flavor that we all enjoy. So I always tend to just go with I keep my smoothies so basic. I usually tend to go with an organic mixed berry. You can get a huge bag from Costco and you can save decent money on it. So Costco has really good frozen fruit section. Go opt for organic, especially with berries. Berries are highly sprayed with pesticides and herbicides, so opting for organic is important. And then I do a cup of mixed berries in my smoothie. You could do peaches, you could do pineapple, you could do mango, whatever you're feeling. You could do just strawberries, just blueberries, anything like that. Something I do want to touch on though, that a lot of people think it's a popular thing to do and a lot of people enjoy it, but hi mom, what they do is they add a banana to their smoothie, and that contains a lot of sugar. So first, bananas are high in sugar. I know people think that they contain a lot of potassium and things like that, but you're gonna get a lot more potassium from your vegetables and all of that versus that banana. Also, our bodies, especially, I'm here in Michigan, you may be somewhere else in the world, but here in Michigan, our bodies process foods that we are grown around us a lot better than the ones that are not. So I know you're from Michigan. It's like 30 degrees out right now, so there aren't many bananas growing around here. So what you want to do is focus on foods that are grown in your area. So in the fall, you could focus on if you wanted to get local pears or apples or something that's in season. That's not a bad idea either, but I would sway away from the bananas as much as you can. And then this is the one that people miss the most. So when people say that smoothies are not satisfying or they're not filling for them, it's because they're usually missing the protein, and they're usually missing a healthy fat. So healthy fats are really important to help keep us feeling satiated. So my favorite healthy fat to add into my smoothies is actually just a whole avocado, like a medium-sized avocado. Put that baby in there and blend it up. You don't taste it. It makes it really thick and like a milkshake. It's the best. Some other healthy fats that you could throw in there too are things like different seeds. So we have chia seeds, hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are one of the highest seeds in protein, if not the highest. Don't quote me, but I just know that they are one of the highest. And then flax seeds are really good. Things like coconut oil. Doesn't ever hurt to throw a scoop of coconut oil in things. MCT oil. If you are going to throw MCT oil in your smoothie, please make sure your gallbladder is functioning well, because all that fat will put a lot of stress on it. It's just highly concentrated fat chains. And then also, if you are not sensitive to dairy, adding in a yogurt if you want to for more protein and fat is fine. Again, it's going to be the same thing that we talked about with the liquid part, making sure it's coming from a good source, no added sugars, that sort of thing. So you could do an organic grass-fed cow's milk yogurt, a Greek yogurt if you wanted to have more protein in there. And then you could do a sheep yogurt or a goat yogurt is a nice option too for people who are more sensitive to dairy. The non-dairy yogurts, I really haven't found one that's my favorite, because they are just so much higher in, if I'm going to eat a yogurt, it's because I want to get the protein out of it. And a lot of the non-dairy yogurts don't have that protein there. So I just kind of opt out of those ones. All right. And then you want to throw in some superfoods if you want to taste it up, flavor it up a little bit. So things like spirulina, like I said, so you could get a powder, some cocoa powder, so just straight cocoa powder if you want to give it a little chocolate flavor, and cocoa powder is really high in antioxidants, so it's not a bad idea. You could even, I didn't think of this, we have Mindo baking chips out in the lobby in the retail area, and you could throw some, and they're 100% cocoa, you could throw some baking chips in there, and that would give you chunks and bits of chocolate that you would be consuming. People like to do cocoa nibs in their smoothies for the texture part of it. Some turmeric. So turmeric is nice and anti-inflammatory. It's going to help with things like, headaches. We help people with migraines, headaches with turmeric, inflammation, all of that. And then some other extra spices. So some cinnamon or some clove. Around this time of year, if you want to Google a pumpkin spice smoothie, that's you know, a good source of pumpkin spice. Don't get like McCormick or something, but like an organic pumpkin spice that you can throw in and make. You could use a pumpkin puree as like your fruit part of your smoothie. I know that there's a lot of pumpkin smoothies out for like options. 'Tis the season. And then also ginger's a good one. So getting just ginger root and slicing that up and putting that in your smoothie, if you like that little zing ginger has to it, that's always a nice option. Do not put too much in because it seriously will overpower the whole thing. It just gives it a nice little extra flavor if you like a little bit of ginger. Also lemon's really nice. So especially the acid from the lemon helps preserve the smoothie. So if you're gonna be like, maybe you're making a big bottle full and you're splitting up into two, lemon will help keep the smoothie intact. Okay, something I just tried that I really want to share with you that was so good the other day. In the morning, I made a coffee smoothie. So I put my organo coffee, my mushroom coffee, and I used the organo mushroom protein powder, which is phenomenal, by the way. So good. I took the vanilla protein powder, and then I took my King coffee, and I put like a cup of water in my blender. I put a scoop of protein, a packet of coffee, and like 5 ice cubes, blended that up and poured it in my glass, and I had like a nice frozen coffee drink in the morning. I know I'm crazy and I like cold coffee when it's, you know, 30 degrees out, but it was delicious. Honestly, you could do the same thing probably warmed up. If you wanted to make like a warmer smoothie, you could just have hot water and do your protein and your coffee, and then that way you're getting your protein in the morning right away, because you know how we feel about protein around here. We want you to eat all the good protein. So that is how I would break down a good smoothie. So I'll reiterate, we want your good liquid, whether it's water or nut milk or anything like that, a good source of protein, some greens, fruit, a healthy fat, and then anything extra to just spruce it up to add on top. That is the breakdown of a good smoothie, and I hope that this helped you guys. Go enjoy some delicious healthy smoothies, and if you guys come up with anything fun and you want to share with us, let us know. All right, everyone, have a good day.